Hey everybody out there in YouTube land, it's George from the Elvis Vinyl Guy channel. Today I am doing a review on the new Record Store Day release of Elvis Presley, The King in the Ring. Now this was released on CD as a title called Tiger Man through Sony Legacy, I do believe. This is a numbered pressing, a number 2723. Its 50th anniversary 2 LP red vinyl numbered edition includes the set-down segments recorded for NBC's TV's legendary show Elvis, the '68 comeback special as we know it. This is the first time on vinyl that both shows are on in their entirety. Now it doesn't have everything, like if you have the DVD set of '68 comeback special. It doesn't have them announcing Elvis and all that stuff, but there's the gatefold. But it is the complete set down. In between the tracks, they didn't remove any of the talking. All the talking is on there. It was recorded at Burbank Studio, NBC Studios in Burbank on June 27, 1968, the 6 and 8 p.m. shows. And in the first show, he does 15 songs, and in the second show, they got an added song, so they do 16. This is Elvis at his best, guys. I mean, if you watch my channel long enough, you know that I am a complete fanatic over Elvis. That's the way it is. I have a lot of items in that line, I guess you would say. Different pressings, VHS, DVDs, Blu-rays, posters, books. I have a lot of stuff that deals with Elvis. That's the way it is. One of these days I'll do a video on that. This isn't going to be that long of a review. It's on red vinyl. Legacy did a really good job. You know, it's not all flared open like the Elvis the Searcher was. It's a little bit better quality on the jacket. It still came in just white inner sleeves because apparently Elvis can't get poly lines. But it is on the 70s orange RCA label. Both of these are on red vinyl. They weren't all nasty and dirty. They were a little staticky. That all has to do with these white paper sleeves. Now, if you don't have this, some of this stuff you've never heard unless you have the CD set Tiger Man. But, you know, like, for instance, show 1 starts off side A, That's All Right, Heartbreak Hotel, Love Me, Baby What Do You Want Me to Do, Blue Suede Shoes. Then it goes back into Baby What Do You Want Me to Do for 4 minutes. The first time they did it for 5 minutes. And then they go into Lottie Miss Claudie, which in between those two tracks, which part of that 4 minutes is probably this, they're telling the story how Scotty Moore leaned over and said, "Man, would you play Lottie Miss Claudie?" So that's cool. It's all in there. And then after Lottie Miss Claudie, that ends side A. Side B goes, Are You Lonesome Tonight, which is really a good version. When My Blue Moon Turns to Gold Again, Blue Christmas, Trying to Get to You, which is phenomenal. One Night, Baby What Do You Want Me to Do? He goes into One Night again for a minute less, and then he ends the show with Memories. Now in side C starts the second show, the 8 o'clock show, and it starts off with Heartbreak Hotel, Baby What Do You Want Me to Do? Then he introduces everybody in the band in the ring. And he goes into That's All Right. That's where he talks about, you know, how he started out and stuff. Then he goes into Are You Lonesome Tonight, Baby What Do You Want Me to Do, Blue Suede Shoes, and One Night again. And then side D starts Love Me, which he didn't do in the first. Oh, he did do in the first, I'm sorry. Trying to Get to You, not as good as the first version of Trying to Get to You on side B, but still great. Lottie Miss Claudie. Now, what's funny about this is, once again, Charlie Hodge tries to provoke him to tell the story about Scotty Moore, and Elvis just goes right over Charlie Hodge and just goes right into it. I think he didn't want to feel so scripted in the second show, so he didn't tell the story. I think he felt, I mean, you can almost feel that kind of energy coming through when you listen to it. Like he didn't want to feel that scripted, so he just goes into the song instead of once again telling the audience, yes, Scotty Moore leaned in and said, man, would you play Lottie Miss Cloudy? And then he goes, Santa Claus is back in town, which he didn't do in the first show. He just did Blue Christmas. And then he goes into Blue Christmas, so you get that twice. And then he goes into Tiger Man, which he didn't do in the first show either, and it's an amazing version of Tiger Man. Then he goes into When My Blue Moon Turns to Gold again for 1 minute and 17 seconds, which the first time he did it was only 38 seconds. And then he goes into Blue Christmas. And then he ends the show, second show, with Memories on side D. A lot of you can hear the crowd. There's things that I've heard on this that you don't hear in the 68 Comeback special. Mainly because I think your attention's being, diverted by the visual. This, you don't have the visual, so you're forced to really listen. And it's really, really outstanding, guys. If you don't have this, I really hope, this wasn't an exclusive. The red vinyl part is, and if they're out of them, they're out of them. But I'm sure Sony Legacy is going to re-release this on black vinyl at probably $22, $23 price point. This was $25.99 in the store on Record Store Day on red vinyl. So if you didn't get the numbered edition red vinyl, unless you don't mind going to eBay and Discogs and paying a third more or double the price, then just hold out for the black vinyl. It's stunning. It's really cool to have. I mean, I can't say enough about it. The sound quality is absolutely amazing. A lot better than the Tiger Man CD. They did remaster this. This wasn't just taken from the CD. Sony Legacy went back and remastered it. You can tell. Or it's just because it was transferred to digital on the CD, because this was originally recorded analog, so it's going to be better on the vinyl anyway. I would be interested. I am going to get the black vinyl version of this. Just because I want to see if this red vinyl sounds better than the black. I've heard that certain color vinyls, like clear, sound better. I don't know. I don't have that information. I don't really have two different pressings where one's clear, one's blue, one's black, whatever. I've got some Friday Musics, but I don't have two Friday Musics where one's a colored vinyl, one's a black vinyl. So I'm going to try that, though. I just picked this up today or yesterday. This is the 2014 release on blue vinyl. This is a Friday Music. So now they have re-released it this year on the black vinyl. So I'll go ahead and pick that up and see if there's a difference. But I'll tell you, I have all of his albums that were released in his lifetime, and probably 80 to 90% of the U.S. pressings that were released after his death. This is the best you'll ever hear. Suspicious Minds, Kentucky Rain, In the Ghetto, any of these songs. That I've never heard Suspicious Minds sonically sound better than it is on this album. I mean, I thought that, and I have Mobile Fidelity Sound Labs from Elvis in Memphis, so I don't think it tops this. Honestly, I don't. I'll have to give it a try and maybe do a comparison video, but when I listened to Suspicious Minds on this yesterday, my mind was freaking blown. Good job, Friday Music. But the album of the hour, back to this. If you can get it, get it. It's amazing. If not, it'll be back out on black vinyl. Give you one last show of the gatefold. And there's nothing else inside. It didn't come with any posters or anything. And it is just on red vinyl with the 70s RCA labels. So I hope you guys can pick this up and listen to it. If you have an opinion on this album, please leave it in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I do reviews, I do vinyl finds, we have discussions, whatever. I show collections. Subscribe if you haven't. If you feel like giving a thumbs up, do. If you feel like giving a thumbs down, do that. It doesn't bother me. and I will try to get to all your comments below. So have a good day, VC. Live long the king, or long live the king. Sorry.